Real life street stars, man. We in here with LD300. What is good?
Man, what's good, man? I feel like I done made it. This is it right here.
Hey, man, I feel like we made it. We got you right here.
Man, real life street star, man. This, I ain't gonna lie, I used to watch this motherfucker just be thinking like, damn, I hope I get my chance up in that motherfucker. What I was gonna say when I get there and shit.
Nah, that's real. Oh yeah, well, we here now. It's a family affair. We gonna get right into it, man. For those that's deaf, dumb, stupid, been living under a rock, man, go ahead and tell them, reintroduce yourself, tell them where you're from and what it is you do, man.
Yeah, I'm LD300, best rapper, out of Longview, Texas, Davis Street, 300 block. You know, did 12 years flat this time, right? 12 years flat, TDC, so if you really start checking up on me, you gonna find me. If you start asking questions, you know what I'm saying, you gonna see that. Even how I'm able to move around out here right now is because of my brothers, the ones I was locked up with, you know what I'm saying? So we knee deep everywhere. I done got out, we running it up. This is my 5th album. I got out March 25th, 2019. And from right now, I got 5 albums out. Hard copies going crazy, streets on fire, and that's what I'm doing. I don't got no second job. I don't got no, you know, this is how I eat. This is how I live my life. You know what I'm saying? Man,
that's real. To even have a sit down for 12 years, man. It could make or break a man. What is one or some of the things that you came out that you took with you, like, you know, for your hustle, for just getting right into it and getting back to the music?
Shit, that's an easy one. Thinking. Before I got locked up, I didn't even realize that I was making situations happen with my fucked up ass thinking. I didn't even know that shit. I didn't know that however I was thinking and moving toward that shit was gonna happen. So I had that fucked up ass way of thinking that, you know, you gotta, I'm gonna hustle, I'm gonna, you know, my friend, I'm talking about, you know, doing crazy shit. You know, I might have to pop a nigga, I might have to do this or do that. You know, I was preparing myself for these fucked up scenarios that I had in my motherfucking head, you know what I'm saying? And it was just, I was living that shit constantly out, proving myself right. I never even tried doing nothing righteous and like really making some of myself. But one thing I always had was this ability to rap. And anybody that know me, they know me for that. So I just really put my energy and my thinking into this shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I done been out here running it up with this shit. We on Crowns 5 right now, 5 albums, 16 months. Me and Mr. Lee, you know what I'm saying?
That's hard. Now, I do gotta ask you, just always something that I talk about with like my homeboy Sean, you know what I'm saying? He's here. Do you think rap has poisoned us in a way? Because you see these kids are getting more and more lethal, like they really rapping the shit they doing now. They really catching bodies. They really doing a lot of wild shit, and it seems to just get worse and worse.
Yeah, but that's true. But it's not rap's fault. It's just something that's true because, you know, there's all kinds of movies that's predominantly from people of other races, maybe some crazy shit, but it don't make, you know, those other races act crazy. We just have a tendency to believe only the routes that we have seen work. So a kid thinks that he can say something, some crazy gangster shit, he can act that out and he can get rich. He's never really seen that you can, like, they don't really trust that J. Cole formula.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't really trust that maybe a ALD formula. A person might look at me and say, shit, this nigga did some time. This nigga bust a nigga in that, and then we make them false equivalencies. Motherfucker might be like, okay, this nigga done did that shit, and that's the reason why he done came out here and able to do that shit, but you would just be wrong in thinking that.
But here's the weird part, right? Let's say if I'm a young nigga, right?
Right.
And I see you and I say, oh, now you was really on that gangster shit.
Yeah.
I'll automatically fuck with you.
Right.
So it's like it's
you know what I'm saying?
Sword, it's a double-edged sword
sure.
Because some niggas don't respect it from a nigga that ain't really been through the street shit. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta have, as a black person, like a young black dude, you need some hard circumstances in order to prove your worth to yourself. It's like that. You gotta, but you don't have to use them ones that we done already played out. You ain't gotta go through. Anything that you righteously pursue is gonna be difficult. because you're gonna need time in order to complete the task. And in that time, you're gonna be going through shit. You don't gotta put yourself in, there's people that are doctors, lawyers, they go through the same, people hating on them, and you know, the teacher, this teacher, you don't really fuck with you or whatever, but you gotta persevere through that shit, and once you make it through it, you're gonna feel validated once you accomplish your task. That's what young niggas need to know. Like, you can pursue this shit, it's dangerous, pursuing this shit, but in the process of you doing it, if you led by pure intentions, good intentions, nigga, you gonna make it in that shit. Yeah, just don't let yourself get fucked up.
You know, and you got a place like Longview where when, you know, a kid coming out of there, you know, they got, you know, the world's in front of them. You know, they're not in like a Houston, they're not in Dallas, but they're just coming up to where when they do see things glamorized, you know, it's like they don't ever look at the bad of it. They just look at the good, and they feel like, man, they sometimes feel like I'm untouchable. Like you said, sometimes when you think things, it could happen. You know what I'm saying? So with some of the young kids coming up, they see like, you know, the other kids that's kind of, you know, glamorizing violence, glamorizing things like that. They feel like, man, I could get into it, not get touched, and come out on top like they are. What would you say to the young ones that are acceptable to that? You know, like, man,
I'm gonna tell you this. Prison, if you lucky enough to make it to prison, because you might don't make it, you might get you might get really fucked off, you know. But if you lucky enough to make it to prison, you're gonna be isolated, separated from the shit that you know. And at that point, I hate to say it like this, for most people, prison is where they found out they had a choice the whole time. Right. Sometimes when you when you out, you never even know you had a choice because that's the way shit been going. But when you get up in that bitch and you see that these are the bunch of niggas you don't really know. Right. So you don't have to rock with them like you probably had to rock with your homies in the hood, so you can start making better decisions for yourself. One thing, as you start learning shit in there, like you really make it your business to learn shit, I promise to God, your situation gonna be changing in alignment with how you incorporate new information, you know. And if you stick with that shit with a plan and the willingness to do it, nigga, like, you gotta think, I did all of that time, and then I was locked up before that for fucking 7 years, you know what I'm saying? So you talking about 19 years locked up? Nigga, you not finna get out and be no rapper. That's correct. You know, that's what a lot of people would think, but shit, I done ran it up, and I'm doing it. I'm in the middle of doing it.
So, just as a curiosity, what kind of support system do you feel someone needs when they do step down and step out and ready to get to it? Because you do need something to help you get to...
The support system has, what do you mean, like for rap?
Yeah, not just really coming out of a sit down. You learn a lot of information, whether it's rap, whether it's business, whether it's whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do.
The support system, I hate to say this, but it must be said, the support system gotta start before prison. I mean, like in prison. You can't, you gotta really understand how they're developing themselves down there. If you're not really in hands-on with the way they developing themselves, you could fuck around like a lot of females and like a lot of people have done. You can be investing a lot of dead time into somebody that's not really ready and mentally prepared. Somebody that believes that the challenges are stronger than them. You don't want to fuck with people like that. Prison should make you more stubborn. It should make you more hard. You should take your same gangster and apply it to something more worthy. That's what it should foster in you. But for a lot of people, sad to say, prison don't do nothing but make them want to like really give up on the world because you really get handled in prison. Prison is not nothing fun. You for sure gonna get handled. They gonna treat you like shit. They gonna treat you like nothing. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a long period of time, I mean you got treated like shit for a long period of time. If somebody has the mental fortitude and the strength of character to like put they real boogie down in that bitch, get the information, like a lot of us was going to college and shit, you know, and just doing shit. Like when you start like really, and it's not even so much the thing you're doing, but it's I'm willing to do this shit. I'm willing to go to this school. I'm willing to read this book. Like, I'm not satisfied with how shit was with me. So you start taking them little steps and it just becomes a path to bigger and better shit. You gotta fuck with people that's on that path. You got all the time in the world to read in prison. You really don't got all the time in the world to read out here. So niggas should be telling you what book they on. And I ain't talking about like no urban book. Niggas need to be telling you, oh yeah, I just read Think and Grow Rich. Oh yeah, I just read Balthazar Gracian, you know what I'm saying? The Pocket Oracle or whatnot. You know, you need to be on that type of shit so that you can have fresh ideas and new concepts, because a lot of niggas from the hood, they just don't have a lot of concepts, a lot of tools to work with when it come to thinking. They don't got but one or two ways to solve a problem. You know what I'm saying? And the main way is violence. And I got that, I don't know, I want to be sitting up here like I don't got that shit, because I got that shit real bad myself. You know what I mean? Like real tight. My first the first thought that come to my mind is violence on a conflict. And then I'm gonna say even worse, I'm gonna tell you the real sickness, with another black dude. That's where I feel it the most. He can do some shit, and I want to kill this man first, and then I want to fight him, and then I think that I should just leave him alone. And then you got to think, it take 4 or 5 thoughts before I get to the right. But that's a conditioning, and it don't have to be like that. But that's just the way that over time, the way that the hood done been like, like that shit is by design, and it's done happened for so fucking long. And you have to really be a thinker to not allow yourself to fucking, like crash out, which is what I'm known for, crashing out. Yeah, I'm known for doing stupid shit. And then like it's crazy because the people that I run with, not only my neighborhood, but my homies, my brothers that's I done been locked up with, that was our initial love for one another. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here with my nigga D right now. This nigga is the ultimate blood. The worstest blood, wouldn't even let niggas lock around him and shit. You know what I mean? So it's just to see like the way brothers develop over time, man, I love that shit. And I just know that like in my music, not to like overly make it like a positive thing because I'm coming from a real thing, but I just love expressing that shit to niggas that they can do anything. And you gotta look at me. I know a lot of people you might not be familiar with these situations, but nigga, if you don't believe, if I ain't proof, I'm the fucking proof. A lot of these niggas, they lying, bro. These niggas come from good homes and shit. I'm not saying that, and I don't wanna be one of them niggas glorifying fucked up, but I'm saying if I can do it, nigga, you have absolutely no excuse. There is no excuse. If I'm doing this shit, nigga, that's just what that is.
Negative ass Sean up in here with Real Life Street Stars. What's happening?
Hey,
LD300.
Sean.
Check it out. How much of having a father or not having one influences what we see in the black community?
Not having a father? Not having as far as, okay. I put it like this, my best friend, Saeed, this nigga was raised with both his mother and his father. And having both of them in your household as you growing up, that shit gives balance, gives fucking mental clarity, peace. He got all that shit. Even when he was like, and everybody that I've known that I ain't saying, we can still be bad by having a bad one or a good one, but, just having those examples of masculinity, a righteous man going to do shit and fucking coming back to their house and putting food on the table and shit. Mother and father, love, you know what I mean? That shit is, nigga, you can't beat that shit. That shit is what produces great people. And it makes you, when you get to where we is today, where niggas feeling like, I want a bitch that fucks with another bitch type shit, what kind of situation or what kind of lifestyle, do you think something life-sustaining is gonna come out of that? What's up with that union? You gotta really examine like what can happen. Nobody looks at the longevity of things. What's gonna happen if you take this girl that you love, that you really wanna be with, and you wanna do like a threesome type of situation with your kids' mama? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like, what kind of relationship is this gonna be into the future? You know what I'm saying? Bill and goddamn Claire Huxtable never did that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that type of shit, nigga. And expect for some good shit to come out of it, you know what I mean? And I just, in my mind, I'm just one of them dudes that I have the fucked up shit like everybody else got, but I just want niggas to like do better, and I know we can.
So now here's the one thing about you, right? So in this day and age, an artist can make it strictly off an image, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing about you that's kind of unique. You have the image of the street nigga that niggas will fuck with, but you can rap your ass off.
Yeah, appreciate you.
So where, like for you, you know what I'm saying? Like you go through your catalog, you got songs with Kiki, you got songs with Propane, and not only are you holding your
Shout
own,
out both of them, the homies.
Not only are you holding your own, in some of those cases, in my opinion, you out-rapped them. You know what I'm saying? And so
that mean a lot.
For you, you know what I mean? To come out, have the image and the artistry, what do you think that does for you as far as giving you the advantage on a lot of these artists? You know what I'm saying? Because people flock to authentic. You know what I'm saying? And when we hear you and we see you, it's authentic.
Right. The advantage, you know, first of all, shout out both of them because them niggas have proven, especially in the case of Kiki, like fucking 35 years, never had a job. You gotta think, that's the big homie. Like, nigga never worked a job. You really gotta think about that when niggas, especially if you really know about the rap game, when you see a nigga that's got 30 plus years in the game, there's nothing negative you can say about this person because you wouldn't have survived.
Period.
Yeah, and this is a people business. This is motherfuckers fucking with you in order for you to eat and live and pay your bills. You see what I'm saying? So that shit is real important. But in my case, I ain't gonna lie, you can ask any nigga that I've been locked up with, nigga. I've been savage with this mic shit for a long time. Yeah. And I always had the goal of being the best at this shit. Yeah. I'm not in this, though I may have an image and over the years, you know, just getting tattoos and all that shit, I fell in love with getting tattoos, but microphone-wise and just skill-wise and rap-wise, I have always desired to be the best at this shit. And right now, today, that's what I'm in this rap shit to prove. I'm in it to prove I'm the best. It's a very competitive thing. I love everybody, don't get it twisted, but I'm saying that this is something that I'm proving points. And in this rap shit, I got every best thing. Like, I feel it in my heart and I know I'm the best. My producer is the best. I got the best producer in the state of Texas, and one of the best in the game, but for sure the best in Texas, Mr. Lee. A lot of people be sending beats to my email. Stop doing it because I don't even open shit since I've been fucking with Lee. I don't fuck with nobody beats. My videographer, DZ Miyake. Hold up, I gotta make sure I say this shit.
Shout them out because y'all been working, the shit y'all been creating, doing.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
I gotta say this. And I gotta be on record saying this shit. I said this shit on Dallas Global Media. Shout out the homies Terry Blue. Shout out Sean for making the connection, Dallas Global. Okay. I have but one wish in this rap game. I fuck with all rappers that I know, from the J-Dogs to whoever. I fuck with everybody, right? But I don't really have a strong desire for rap features. So when people fuck with my music, it's refreshing because it's only me. Yeah. Kiki did the intro to my shit. Now I done features with niggas and I put them out. If I do a feature with somebody, boom, it's going out. Yeah. But on these crowns, but this is what I want to say. This is my one wish in this rap shit. And I'm gonna say it right here on Real Life Street Stars.
Real Life Street Stars.
Half Pint Films, DZ Miyake is the Half Pint of Houston. That's what he is. Breaking artists, like y'all did that top 10 list, that top 10 list is wrong. And I want to say that. Okay. I want to be on record saying that shit. In rap, gatekeepers in the state of Texas are not DJs anymore.
Yeah, it was her list.
That was Terry's.
We know the list, we know the list.
Right, that was Terry's list. But gatekeepers in Texas music scene today, like 2020, videographers.
Yeah.
Videographers are the streets A&R right now.
Agreed.
Half Pint already know who's next. Something that Bebe, shout out the big homie Bebe, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Longview in Shreveport, that's right down the street, so I fuck with them hard. Half Pint knows some shit, DZ Miyake knows some shit that Bebe don't know.
Yeah.
That Jay Prince don't know.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when you start, my one wish in this rap game is to have like a project, like one of my projects, shot up by fucking a collaborative effort, a collaboration with DZ and Pint. I want DZ and Pint to work together since I'm the one bringing it to the table.
Yeah.
I would like for them to do it with me before they figure out that that's the shit that's gonna make them billionaires. When they figure that shit out, I'm the nigga that said it first. So do me first. Get me out the way before y'all start making y'all M's. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's something. That's my one wish in this shit.
I do agree, man. Videographers are the soul to because it's the youth that's really pushing the generation.
Yeah.
And they're the ones.
How you gonna know about it? How you gonna know about anything if it ain't no video to it? If somebody give you just audio,
exactly.
Do you really give a fuck?
Man, not anymore. Not anymore. In fact, to me, I'd be like, I'm looking at the video in my head, so I'm trying to picture it.
Right.
As I'm listening to it now. So I'm like, sometimes I need the visual to, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like listening to porn. Listening to porn. I can't listen to porn.
Right. Shout out to homie DZ. Another thing about my videos that people done picked up on is that I do videos in every gangster neighborhood in Texas based on, I haven't done the folk yet. That's his job and my nigga J-Mo. Shout out J-Mo. But I'm able to do that with organic, real, not paid for relationships with actual, real homies that I fuck with and that I've done time with. You see what I'm saying? That is for sure the difference. I don't have to pull up and pay Paul and Peter to go stand in Stop 6 or go stand in fucking Highland Hills somewhere. I don't got to do no shit.
Is anything against that, you think, for artists to do that?
It's not nothing against it, but I'm just saying that I don't have to do. You got to do that because that's just the same as if I'm trying to get some music played by somebody who doesn't know me at all. I don't have a 30-year catalog of music in order for me to say, hey, baby, you need to just play my shit. You see what I'm saying? Without finance, you don't have the pedigree that I have in the streets or in prison, or the connections in the network that I have to be able to say that, or the character that would make a person say, hell yeah, he good. You know what I mean? So like I say, shout out Alvo from South Bank, Mob World. He the one that opened the door for me to have the first video in South Park. Shout out everybody from that area, DFE and everybody that opened their arms to me. Me and the Don came through there, did our thing. Shout out Propane for showing up, you know what I mean? Everything with me is organic, you know what I mean? And so I think that's one of the key differences, you know. And then one more thing, and I'm gonna boom, money-wise in this game, like I actually sell CDs like the fucking 90s. You know what I'm saying? People are actually giving me not $10, $20 a CD. I am every month dropping new content, physical and digital, but people are paying for the physical first because of what's in that shit. This shit will be out for available for you in 4 weeks. 3.5, 4 weeks, you can get the digital. They not waiting. They want that physical when it drops. And this is how I finance my life. This is how I pay my bills. I don't have no job, you know, this is my job. So this is what I'm trying to say, that I know what I'm doing in this rap game. I know what it is that the game been missing and that I deliver, and that when people fuck with my shit, they know immediately what it is as soon as you hear it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know. Like a famous quote that dude Steve Jobs said before is that they don't know what they want. We gotta show them what they want. And that's like what I done proven. You don't have to, cause somebody would give you the advice of, you need to come out here and do this. you need to jump on this kind of track. You need to do this or do that. I don't do any of those things. You see what I'm saying? And I'm successful for real versus somebody that got way more views than me. Views is not money. So they got views and they can't get 10% of the people that viewed it to give them $10. But with whatever views I do got, a substantial portion is kicking, monthly, every single month. You know what I mean? And we all copping from the same places on the physical. So names are known in the state of Texas. It's a small community in rap. So if you going to get your shit done with Mo Bang in Houston or whatever like that, Mo will tell you that he see me most frequently. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
You drop Crown's tapes like Gangsta Grills.
Yeah.
Turned it into a series.
Yeah.
Is there a particular DJ that you would like to work with going forward
DJ?
into the Crown series to the finale of it?
Whoa. I haven't thought about that. Me and Lee have been discussing some things coming up that's gonna be like legendary. So me and, shout out Mr. Lee, man. Best it is, best in the state of Texas. We got some shit brewed up for you for sure. Got it coming.
Man, to say, say you're the best at something, that means, of course, you know your competition. Who would you say your closest competition is in Texas? If you may.
With what I do?
What you do, just spin that real shit.
Everybody that's taking care of their family with this rap shit, that shit is already you the GOAT for that.
Yeah.
If you paying your bills with rap, nigga, as hard as this shit is, and everybody and their mama think they can do this shit, you know what I'm saying?
You're already at another level.
Right. With that being said, lyrically, niggas is not seeing me. And it can happen. Like, it can happen. Like, whatever. All we gotta do is roll the track out and roll the tape. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trained for this shit. If you was locked up with me, that means you done seen me, witnessed me. I battle everybody. I do it. I've never lost a battle. You can check it. I'm a checkable hate to say this, I'm definitely a checkable figure in TDC. That's a microcosm of the world. I don't lose battles. There's not lyrically, the place where I draw from to even make music, niggas don't even have the ability to go there. They don't have that depth of character. They don't know what I know. They haven't been through it. Rap shit is predominantly like, kids doing that shit that haven't had the experiences. But where I come from in that shit, it's like you nobody fucking with that shit. It don't matter who you pull out. You know what I mean?
So if anybody, God forbid, has to go, sit down, go to TDC or whatever, if they name drop you on some rap shit, it's gonna be at the top. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If it's somebody that, and that's like, listen, man, everybody got what they good at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of shit that I'm not good at. And this is just this is the thing that I'm good. This is what I'm supposed to be doing in life. I didn't just pick up rap to be cool or whatever. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Anybody who knows me will tell you that. They're gonna tell you that.
Friends will turn callous, especially off in Dallas. We all was sick about Roy Lee. Once you jump into Savage, the laughter stopped.
Yeah.
Why'd you say that?
The deal with that, boy, I get questions about lines like that. I don't think people really understand that